Hey, wanted to answer the question, how did God create man? How did God create mankind? We talked about the fact that God is accomplishing his plans for history through his decrees or his works of creation and providence. And we then talked about the fact that creation is that he brought everything out of nothing by his powerful word, and he made it very good. So the question might rise in your mind, how did God create man? God created man, the Bible tells us, God created man male and female in his own image, in knowledge, righteousness, and holiness, with dominion over creation, over the creatures. Now, this is a little longer answer, so I'll say it again. God created man, male and female in his own image, in knowledge, righteousness, and holiness, with dominion over the creatures. Genesis chapter 1, verses 27 and 28 talk about the fact that God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. God blessed them and said to them, "Be fruitful and increase in number. Fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky and over every living creature that moves on the ground." God created Adam and Eve in order to rule over his creation. God also created them not as a fountain of their own knowledge or a fountain of their own righteousness or a fountain of their own holiness. God is the giver of all knowledge. He's the standard for righteousness, and he is the definition of holiness. He is unique in and of himself, but mankind is unique in God's creation in that we are created in God's image, and we are able to share in his knowledge and partake in his righteousness and in his holiness in ways that other creatures under him cannot. That we are able to develop a relationship of trust and love with God that is marked by his knowledge, righteousness, and holiness that is unique in the creation. We're also given a special role as dominion or having the role of a ruler over God's creation, that God has invested humanity with real authority over the world. That's actually one of the fundamental problems with our world, is that we have rejected God from first person till every person and decided to rule the world our own way, other than the Lord Jesus Christ, who walked perfectly in submission to the Father and is bringing about a restored world where men will actually live in fullness of God's image, the image of Christ, in knowledge, righteousness, and holiness, and they will actually properly exercise rulership or dominion over God's creation. So how did God create man? God created man male and female in his own image, in knowledge, righteousness, and holiness, with dominion over the creatures.
Praise the mountain fixed upon it, Mount of God's unchanging